the fear of people's judgment is really what fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of rejection. I think those three things are what really stop someone from going for it rather than just having a strong why. Like, you would be amazed. Well, you probably wouldn't. You probably encounter this all the time, but I am always amazed at how many people hold themselves back due to that, which I understand, like, it's a primitive thing, but it absolutely stops more people from chasing their dreams than not.
That was actually my initial feelings about this whole show that I'm doing now, and I just kind of threw myself into it with no other option, and it's just slowly growing into this lovely thing. So that right there is one example. Your first business is another example. Just giving yourself no other option and just saying, this is it. These are my goals, and somehow we're going to figure this out. Screw the 9 to 5.
Yeah.
So what about something that you have recently made? Is the Millionaire Girls Club more of a recent creation of yours in the timeline of Jill? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I had the idea for it in 2019, but I sat on it for 2 years because I was way too intimidated by the vision. As I had mentioned, I had a really tumultuous, like, very hardcore experience with girls in my most formative years, from like 10 till, or no, grade 3, so 8 until really? 18, 19. And so then to have a vision to create a experience and container for powerful women, like, I was just like, no, I'm not doing that. But I just couldn't shake it. Over 2 years, it never left me. And so finally I got out of my own way at the beginning of 2021 and finally pulled the trigger on it. And then I hosted my first retreat in March 2022 this year. And once I experienced it, like, I went into it thinking, I'm not going to do it again. Like, it's so weird to host retreats during COVID times and blah, blah, blah. I just made all these excuses because I was just so scared of it. But then once I actually got there and I experienced it, and the women were amazing, and it was the most effortless, fun, aligned, enjoyable, connected, intentional healing thing I had ever done. And once I experienced that, I was all in. And so I came back from that, and over the next 3 months was quite a confusing time for me because I wasn't expecting to love it so much. And I had built this business with Josh, and all of a sudden I wanted out of it. And so that was a very confusing time for me because I was like, what is happening to me? But in July, or like mid-June, Josh looked at me after one of my many tear-filled breakdowns and just said to me, like, I think this is your sign. It's time for you to go all in on MGC and leave Screw the 9 to 5 and WCC. Now, I still have some involvement in it, but he runs the team, the operations, the sales, the marketing, all of that kind of stuff. I do like 2 coaching calls a month, but outside of that, I'm all in on MGC. And so, yeah, it's like the greatest honor of my life to host that and curate that crew.
Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed that clip. And if you did, go ahead and click the link in the description below to check out the full interview to keep those creative gears turning. Remember to click the notification bell, comment below, and subscribe to this channel for more amazing, thought-provoking interviews. I'm Shaun J, and welcome to the Making Magic Podcast.